How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Mayhem's Amigos. I am TJ. That is Chronic Chris. There is Adam. And the lovely Irene is with us tonight. And I think Steve's going to join us too.
Ooh. That might get interesting.
Irene, all Steve's going to have to do is see you, and he won't be on for long.
Well, I'll admit right off the bat, I'm kind of jealous because TJ's dressed how I want to be.
What do you mean?
Got off the bike.
Dude, I literally just rolled in, and there's Steve.
Yep.
Steve
came on the show and immediately wants to get off.
Exactly,
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the program. I hope you're having a good night. I have to admit, there was some family stuff that came up on my end, which is why we're late tonight. It does revolve around what's going on with my grandpa. I'm not going to go into full detail. Let's just say that we are looking at imminent.
That sucks to hear. It really does.
You look like Evel Knievel.
Oh, thank you.
He never said he meant it in a good way.
I've had far less broken bones than Evel Knievel, but
Oh yeah.
How many broken boners?
I don't know. When are you coming to visit?
Evil Knievel broke every single body in every single bone
Find 100 ways to kill.
in his body except for his little toe.
Did he ever break the boner though?
And apparently, I'm trying to catch up with him for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Obviously, you broke your back.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
So yeah, I obviously you can tell I literally just rolled in. I was on the Harley. Me and my uncle were trying to get some time because we know that after my grandpa, the patriarch of this family, moves on to the next stage, that we are going to have the invasion.
Oh.
It is an invasion that is worse than herpes. It is the invasion of greed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all we want to do is just keep our little niche down here in Texas so Irene can run away and visit
Yes.
here.
Mm-hmm.
My little runaway spot.
Right.
The invasion of greed. Greed has been a part of our society since the beginning of time.
I'm talking about family greed, and that's worse.
That sucks.
Yeah, exactly. No, Corey, we know he does. And I mean, even up until the point that Corey says, better hope he's got a tight will. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for crapping all over the fact that I'm going through something difficult. But the fact is that we know he does because my grandpa has never been one to not plan. And even up until the point that he started to lose his faculties, he was still talking to the lawyer and making adjustments.
Yeah, but people still argue and fight over it.
So I think we're pretty well good. Good God, Steve. Are you and Chris going to go hit for hit tonight?
You're still a star, right?
Steve's like, no, leave me out of this right now. Leave me out of this right now.
Sorry.
Right now, I'm just smoking a really nice cigar.
Steve's dreaming of a hot pisser.
And no, there is no
just like the one that gave him herpes.
I have genital warts.
Did you just say I have genital warts?
He said he has genital warts. Yes, he did.
Okay, just
I
making
think
sure
I
that's
do.
what I heard.
Well, at least unlike P. Diddy, you're letting the world know.
Yeah, right? Hey,
Well,
be
I don't
careful.
have it on
Steve will
one
go to
side
that
of my
Diddy
balls,
party.
though.
Steve went with Michael Jackson.
Right.
They all diddled together.
Hee. That is not right the way I'm dressed right now.
Apparently, Michael
You
Jackson
look quite
whooped
lovely.
Tupac's ass once.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I think Michael Jackson could do it.
I guess the story goes Tupac told his girlfriend at the time, "Shut up, bitch," and Michael Jackson came up and said, "Hey, you don't talk to her like that." No, he said, "Excuse me, you don't talk to her like that."
That's funny.
And then
And then
proceeded to
Michael
whoop
Jackson
Tupac's ass.
whooped his.
That's not what you said earlier.
And then Michael Jackson turned around and went into and whooped that trick.
If Michael Jackson couldn't do it, he had plenty of people that could.
Yeah.
Probably, you're right. Look, I mean, no matter what we say, Michael Jackson was the king of pop.
Yeah.
He really was. And
I'll give him that. The king of pop. I will totally give that to Michael Jackson all day.
yeah, I mean, he made pop music what it is. And I'll give him that all day long. Now, granted, the fact that he spent 3/4 of the time with his hand on his Peter, that's his problem. This Steve's coughing now at the thought of Peter.
That's his personal life. We don't need
Well,
to get into people's personal life.
He said Peter, and Steve's brain said, "Nah."
I have one. It's smaller than a baby carrot.
Sorry, I went to the dispensary yesterday and it was a new vape, and I hit the
I am
new
not
vape
on
for the first
I'm
time.
getting paid
Oh,
to
did
say
you?
no.
How
Yeah.
good was it?
Yeah,
Very good.
sabbatical.
Banana
Okay,
splits.
so now, Steve, I've got to bring this up. So you had
shit.
a meet and greet last night, correct?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
So did you
That
get
was
to see
something
boobs?
else. Dude.
Irene, your eye
What's the-
makeup looks fantastic.
Oh,
It
thank
does.
you, thank you. Does it
I
look
really-
90s at all?
I've been
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
it definitely looks 90s.
you look very 90s. Yeah.
I had a hard time seeing Irene's eyes. I'm sorry.
I'm going to iterate the word hard and leave it at that.
I was saying, you spin me round, round, baby, right round. Like
Wrong
That's
decade.
80s, brother.
Round, round, round,
Wrong
round.
decade, Steve.
That's
Is it?
80s, Steve.
Oh, is it? I thought that was the 90s.
Yeah, that's 80s. She definitely looks 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Irene.
She looks like she's ready to look up at somebody and go, bye, 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 bye.
Bye, bye.
Look
Yeah,
at
I
my
was going
boobs
through
now.
the Britney Spears, like, turn of the century, the millennium.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh, I would have hit her back in the day. My God. Oh,
I kissed the
I
girl
wouldn't.
and I liked it.
I wouldn't. I don't want to get on that list.
you would not have nailed Britney Spears back when the first album dropped.
Hell no, because I was over 18 and she was under.
I tore her up.
That's true.
I do the Olsen twins and everything.
Olsen
At what
twins.
age?
Yes.
I
Britney
can't say
Spears.
nothing about the Olsen twins because I'm the same age as them and Thora Birch
Hmm.
You know who I
think
really
might be around
want?
there.
and Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
You know which one I really would like to get?
Mary Kate.
Jodie Sweetin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Even now, she got some tits on her now, man. She looks good.
Yeah, she
Those
ended
are
up getting
tits.
into
Those
meth
are fucking.
really bad.
Those are warning devices.
Yeah. And she didn't look good like that when she was Stephanie.
Yeah, she ended up getting into meth really, really bad.
Yeah. That's what I heard. She had a, like,
Luckily,
a lot
I
of
have
problems.
never had a girlfriend that ever got into all of that.
No, not ever.
I'll call bullshit on that.
Yeah,
Sorry, it was
I'll
a little
say-
hard to swallow.
that's what she said.
If she was me, she wouldn't have said that. She would have just done her business. But
Well, okay. Now, you know what? That's great. I'm glad that Irene is here so we could bring this up and she could give us a feminine perspective on this.
Oh,
Okay.
Irene,
Wife's in the background.
this particular girlfriend, I literally paid for everything. I kept her license legal. I kept her in a vehicle. I made sure she had money for her drugs. I kept her fed. I kept a roof over her head. I kept her kids that were not my kids, her kids taken care of.
Okay, that makes you sound more like a pimp than a boyfriend.
Still, I did you.
God damn it. Irene, if that was me with, say, you, what would you do?
Well, who's the one doing the drugs? You?
I was paying for it. She was doing them.
Okay. So would I be the one
Drugs.
doing them?
That's why he was there. So.
Well, okay, let's take the drugs out of it for a second.
Okay.
Add everything else in. Okay?
If TJ was paying for everything you needed,
Mhm.
Right.
what would you do?
Try to provide him everything he needed.
Exactly. Me too.
And that woman would not even try to orally satisfy me.
Oh,
That's when you put her to the curb like a
I'd-
trash.
I'd be orally satisfying you all the time.
She actually
stand
told
on
me
my-
to try to orally satisfy myself.
What?
Did you try?
She told me to go orally satisfy myself.
That you can't. Not even Ron Jeremy can do that.
Well, I tried, but I fell off the couch.
Apparently, it is possible if you do have the flexibility.
And the
Well,
ribs
okay.
removed.
Yeah. I suppose
Yeah.
you
No,
can-
you don't have to have the ribs removed, just the flexibility.
Really?
I think Irene can do it. 'cause
Yeah, them dudes
she
that
does-
do Cirque du Soleil, they can do it.
Irene can get her legs
I
behind
think
her
my
head.
boots
so
would
I
get in my
think she-
way.
Fat 420 saying, keep leaning back, Irene. Keep leaning back.
See,
Oh.
you started
Hello.
talking about self-sucking, and my wife is like, I'm out of here.
Well, because she knows when she ate wedding cake, that she never had to do that again with you.
Bullshit, it was in our vows.
Oh,
Oral gratification.
wow.
That's
Was in
very
your
specific.
wedding
I like
vows.
it.
Was in our wedding vows, yes.
Okay, hang on a second. I've got to address this. So, Irene, you like it, so it's not that big of a deal.
Mhm.
What do you like about it?
I don't know. I've always been orally fixated, so like, it's comforting to put things in my mouth. It's comforting. Like I used to chew on pencils in school and stuff, and like had my tongue pierced for a while, and
Okay.
like so that would satisfy it. But I really just like things in my mouth.
Do you have a
Very
sister
much
that's not
sensation.
psycho?
More can we meet at the bar?
What if it's very small?
Well, then she's
And I
got room
guess it
for
won't
two.
be that satisfying, would it?
Then she's got room for two.
For two. Oh my
We got room
word.
for one more in here.
I'm trying to imagine, like,
Metal
Corey
Mike,
says,
okay, I'm going
I
to
knew a
Georgia.
girl.
See ya.
And Fat 420 says, okay, I'm making a trip to Georgia. Talk to y'all later.
CCP 420.
There's
What?
Pornhub
420.
with Little Peter.
Pornhub with a little what?
There are Pornhub videos of men with little penises and women gratifying it. Yeah, look it up. Pornhub, look under tiny penis, and it shows you.
Yeah,
all-
no.
There's all
No,
kinds
I'm
of
not
them.
looking under that. No.
There's all kinds of them.
Adam, I
Why
need you to
are
do some
you
research.
to get tiny penises?
No. Not even under incognito. No. I'll do it from someone else's laptop or someone else's
Yeah.
computer.
Oh yeah, do it
No.
to someone else's and leave it
I'm-
open for whoever to find.
I don't have my
All
phone
right,
right
Adam,
here.
when you
I-
come visit, you are nowhere near my computer.
Oh, wait a
Out of-
minute.
Out
So
of
Corey
respect for
says,
you, Chris, I'll stay off your computer.
Corey says that he knew a girl back home that was like Irene. She was the throat goat, and love to give facial parties.
Oh, so you know my ex.
Oh, hey.
And Darzer says, wait, is this live right now? Just wondering. Yes, we
Yes,
are
it
live.
We're
is.
live.
Yep.
I'm not normally on this show, but I can make it turn left real quick.
Who's
Mhm.
Darzer?
Steve, you are an expert at making it turn left.
Who's Darzer?
I don't know.
Listener. We don't care. They're listener.
I'm
Listening to you.
happy. Welcome to the
Ooh.
program.
I
Yep.
like Irene.
And
because
he's
I was-
all in, and already he's all enamored with Irene's boobs.
Oh, is
In
that
the cabinet.
lavender?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
saying check your Discord messages, Irene.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well that tells me Darzer's not the person I'm looking for.
He's the person that you're looking for?
Well, because I talk to a lot of people.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was actually talking to someone earlier today, and I told them I'm getting ready for a podcast. They said, well, what's the name of your podcast? And I said, Mayhem Unleashed, blah, blah, blah. When we got
Right.
started, I forwarded the link to the show to Haley Welch.
Oh.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, if she's on here, I hope that she's feeling welcome, and I'm glad she's here.
Yeah.
Who's Haley?
Hawk Tua.
Haley Welch?
It's the Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I
she's more than welcome.
talk to her regularly. She's cool as hell.
She keeps me entertained for days.
She is
She
entertaining.
could come and
yes.
keep,
Yeah.
It's
she could
amazing
come
how
keep
that
me
can-
entertained for
It's
days.
amazing how
Right.
that blew up. Man. It's amazing.
I would, if I had the money, I would pay for her to spend a week in Steve's apartment.
I don't even need a week. I just need 5 hours.
I'm actually trying to get a live interview with her.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But management people immediately scooped her up when she said,
Oh.
you gotta spit on that thing. And now they're charging $1,000 for her to make an appearance.
No shit.
And
Wow.
I explained, what we do. We are a non-for-profit
Right.
organization that
Correct.
helps independent people.
Yeah.
And we, as much as we would love to talk to you, we don't pay for interviews.
Right.
Convince her to donate the time.
That's what I said. But if you want to talk to your management people and say you donated an interview, that's a
Right.
tax write-off for you since we're
Right.
not
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Corey says, good luck. She only does appearances for cash. So
Oh.
essentially, what I'm understanding from that is she became a for-profit hooah.
Yeah, but her rate is $1,000 an interview.
Oh.
I got
There
her
is
down to
no
300.
hooker on the planet worth $1,000.
I got her down to 300 before I said, let me talk to Jim and see what we can do.
How
Now,
much am I getting paid?
Now, next time you guys want to go get a hooker and need a good negotiator when it comes to talking price,
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
Look, I
I'll
would
get
pay
you from
Irene.
1,000 to 300.
Oh.
Look, I would pay Irene $1,000 to come and visit me. Okay.
Wow. $1,000.
And I
don't
see
think
to
I
give
have
that
to, though.
perspective, TJ would make me pay him to come visit him.
I'll pay you $1,000 to come visit me, but then you're taking me to the club.
Well, see, there you go. There's the dancing. But I mean, seriously, I don't think she would make me do that. Irene, would you
No.
make me pay you $1,000 to come visit me?
Absolutely not.
See, there you go.
Yeah, she'd make you pay $1,500. I mean, come on.
Yeah. My prices are. I'm just kidding.
There's a demand.
Prices
so
are
the-
negotiable.
All right.
Well, and that's what I said too. Is we don't pay for interviews. We talk to people because they want to talk to us, and we
Right.
have talked to Jelly Roll, and we have talked to some bigger names.
Jelly will talk to
I got-
anybody.
Giovanni
talk to
Yanez from Giovanni and the Hired Guns. I got him in my contacts on my phone.
Nice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I love that dude.
Steve, you were saying that Jelly Roll will talk to anybody?
Fuck yeah. Not me.
Oh.
Anybody except for Steve.
Say, I'm just narrowing it down here.
Come on, man. Before Jelly Roll was popular, I met him. I smoked the fucking blunt with him that night at fucking Sajay at Pops when he was doing his Whaley and Willie tour. And then that motherfucker, I don't even know who you are. Who you are? We shared a blunt, dude. You had my spit in your mouth.
When did the restraining order come into play?
Oh, God.
I know, right?
Hey, I'll tell you what. Restraining orders are a great way to collect autographs.
Yes, they are.
Remember in The Big Bang Theory how they went to see, was it, what's his face? Leonard.
Where do you think I first
Nimoy or
heard that
whatever?
restraining orders are a great way to collect
Leonard
autographs?
Nimoy.
Fat 420 says, yeah, sure, Steve, and he smoked a blunt with Snoop.
Maybe you did. Dude, I can tell you what. It was
That I'm
Pops and
calling
Sajay.
bullshit on.
And then Darzer says, did you mess up and smoke weed with Willie again?
I love to smoke weed with Willie, and I tried when he came to the state fair, but he wasn't having any. He didn't want nobody around him, so.
The thing with here's a couple of things with Willie. Like I live here, so
I tried
I've got to know a lot about the guy. Willie's home ranch is not far from my house.
It sounds like I'm coming to visit TJ.
So, Darzer, you're right. It's a great song. I love the song. Look, Willie does not like being around people. Period.
Yeah, he did.
And number two, if you happen to be lucky enough to get inside the inner circle, don't plan on walking away.
But it will be fun, though.
But here's the thing, is Willie quit smoking.
Yeah, a few years ago. He's still doing the edibles.
Oh, he's doing the edibles all day long. But about a year ago, actually, he quit completely smoking.
It's been longer than that because he quit when he got diagnosed with COPD.
I got that from his stage manager, who is a friend of the family's. He got diagnosed with COPD, and he was sneaking behind their backs and still smoking.
As far as I know, Willie quit like 2-3 years ago.
Then you know wrong. Like I said, I got this from his stage manager directly, who is a friend of the family's, and he flat said that Willie quit about a year ago.
You know, I know his
actually finally hung it up a year ago.
I do know his granddaughter.
Huh.
Know her or know her?
Know her. Like, we sat out back behind the Willie and Friends Museum and smoked my weed.
Oh.
At 420, just because it came from a news article, I could lie to the news. Anybody can lie to the news. I'm telling you that I know this directly from his stage manager and his daughter, who I almost hit with a golf ball on his golf course.
Please tell me you were in the fairway.
Well,
I was in the fairway, but so was she.
Okay.
Raylene Nelson, his granddaughter, loves me for some reason.
Bring her on the show.
Yeah.
See what I can do.
But I mean, no, like I said, I love Willie to death. I absolutely love playing his golf course, even though it is a goat pasture. Needs an expert to go out there and get the grass right.
I can do it.
You can do it?
Yep.
How much would you charge Willie Nelson to get the grass right on his golf course?
If you give me a place to live on the golf course, $17,000 a year.
I will do it for the rights to one song.
On the road
And
again?
I'll even make it a lower song, not as popular. No, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. No,
Oh.
Georgia on my mind. No, on the road again.
Poncho and Lefty?
Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain.
Oh, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain is a good one, too.
Give me a couple of royalty checks from that one, and I'll do your golf course for you.
Irene, did you just pull up your shirt?
No, I put in my
Oh, okay. I was like, for a
Damn it,
minute, I thought
TJ.
you were pulling your top up, and I'm like, hey, are you
Oh,
about to?
no, but it's like
No, it's your skirt.
It's like a little crop top here.
Yeah.
And it's like
man.
cute with a little sweat shorts.
So let me take a few
Steve, hand check.
screenshots here.
I'm saying it's cute.
Hand check, Steve.
Sorry. I'm just
Let me see your hands, Steve. Your hands. Let's see them. Okay. I guess he had to finish himself off. I'm sorry, Irene.
Hold on. I need this a second.
I don't know who Facebook user is, but they say don't have an orgasm, Steve.
Oh, man. Not Facebook users. Oh, what the hell? Oh,
What is going on with that? Facebook user. See, everybody that I've gotten so far tonight has been on YouTube, but this is Facebook user.
are you on Facebook?
Well, I've got Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube running tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, we got our podcast. We got banned from YouTube.
You got
for another
banned?
week. Yeah, for another
Wait
week.
a minute. So tell me, how did you get banned from YouTube?
2 strikes. Got a strike a couple years ago when Bubba said something on smoke signals, and then we got a strike the other day because they said we were talking about being anti-vax when we weren't even talking about vaccinations.
I found out who it was. The YouTube user is Lori, listener Lori.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello, Lori.
That's crazy. Maybe it's wrong. Okay, that tells me right now it's StreamYard.
Yeah, it's got to be StreamYard right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, Corey, I see that it says test, even though it says Facebook user in our chat on StreamYard.
So right there, that.
What did I think about
Hi, Lori.
New Orleans? What happened?
You almost got herpes in New Orleans, and you were going to tell us a story.
No.
Oh.
I
Well, I know it wasn't me because I was never promiscuous.
I got shit fucking wasted in New Orleans, but I didn't get herpes.
Irene's giving me that look. I got to hide now.
Did you just say that you were never promiscuous?
Yes.
I was a slut.
That's what he meant to say. I was a slut. Once upon a time, not long ago, I
Him
was
right
a
there. He was a slut.
And you, sorry.
Me? How? Wait. Do not believe everything Rage tells you. He has brain cancer.
Do you know how many kids I have with how many women?
You probably don't even know. You want us to tell you so you
really,
can...
I don't, because every couple of years another one pops out of the woodwork.
Oh wow!
Well, that's how it started, though. It popped out of your work.
Popped out of the woodwork. Yep.
Yeah, right. So I'll go this route. 3 kids. 3 different mamas.
You're like the opposite of like usually the guys ask the girls like, and how many baby daddies do you have? Do they all have the same dad?
Yeah, they all ask me. They're like, how many baby mamas you got?
The hoe. The male hoe.
And I go, I've got the snip.
And they're like, it doesn't matter.
Damn, I guess
you will not get pregnant. I promise. I've got the snip.
Hey, there's one thing that I don't have TJ beat at, unless you want to count my stepkids, and then I got 5 by 4 women.
What's that?
3 kids by 3 different women.
Oh,
That's like
Allegedly.
an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
He's a whore.
who?
Whoever had 3 kids by 3 different women,
I'm a
God
hoe,
damn.
he's a hoe, we some hoes. Don't you want to be a hoe too?
It's okay for guys to be hoes, okay?
I have
They
3
call us
kids,
studs.
but only
We're
by
not
2
hoes,
women.
We're studs.
Studs. Stud muffins.
Facebook user, we'll wave back at you. Hi.
Hey, Mike.
Mike.
It's
Is
Mike.
that a-
Sorry.
It says Facebook user.
Yeah, it's StreamYard. I'm in
StreamYard.
the Facebook chat, so I can see who's saying it.
oh, okay.
So,
So you're saying that's Fat 420?
no, that's Mike Winder.
Oh, what's
Oh,
up, Mike?
Mikey.
Yeah.
Slip of the slider.
So if you're in Facebook, you're going to have to put your name to the chat so we know who you are.
Otherwise, you're just Facebook user.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
So no, I don't know what you're talking about. Like you're calling me a hoe, and I'm like, no.
Can I be
Now
Gabby?
420. Now 420's in here, so it's going to get real confusing. when
Honey,
I say,
you be
yeah,
whatever you
Mike
wanna be.
Commented.
I found that on the road one day when I was walking to Camp Jordan. It was like 6 miles there.
So you stole Gabby's name tag?
It was on the ground, and I wanted to remember it because it was me doing something. Like I was angrily walking. You know what I mean? So
So you picked it up as a reminder, and now you don't remember what you picked it up for?
oh, it was because it was on the ground, and I found I wanted to memorize or to remember the moment by like a souvenir kind of thing.
So Irene, you have a compliment.
Oh, thank you, Julie.
You know, I do that too, Renee. Irene. Why did I do that again? Irene, I got little things that I keep as mementos to remind me of an event or something. And nowadays I pick them up, look at them, and be like, where the fuck did I get this?
Oh my God, there's a lot. I'm so sorry.
Darzer says it is impossible for Irene to angry walk and be serious at the same time. I'm guessing that
Probably true.
Irene knows who that is.
Excuse me, sir. I would love to have
No.
Steve visit my glory hole.
Stop right there. There is a specific way that has to be read.
let me just bear in mind this is from Corey on
Excuse me,
Facebook.
sir. I would love to have Steve visit my glory hole.
Which one?
This is getting a little weird even for me.
I need something else.
Hey, dude, we're a 5-time winner of the best podcast.
and I've been called the king of weird. But this is getting fucking weird.
You haven't met me yet, then, right? I've been weird since like 1987.
And yet I would still fly Irene out here to visit with me. Be like, come on, come visit.
We gotta get Irene.
That's it.
We gotta get everybody together. We gotta have a big
Texas.
meet.
I've never been to Texas.
I was born.
Dude,
weird
a
way
Texas
back in
meet
the
and greet
early
would be
80s.
great.
Like I've already met TJ. I don't need to fucking meet him again.
What's up, kiddo? Steve, watch your language.
I've met Adam. I've never met
Yeah.
Irene in person. Never met Chris in person.
Wait, why the fuck am I a wuss?
No, he's
I would
never met you
love
in
to
person.
do a Texas meet.
Is that a little boy or a little girl?
Fat 420 says Chris, he'll outsmoke you.
Who will outsmoke me?
Step up, Fat. Step up, bitch. Let's go.
Who thinks they're gonna outsmoke me?
Fat 420 says that he's going to get in you guys' competition now. He says,
Look at there.
Hey, you know what?
I'll
If you think
outsmoke
that,
you.
if you really truly think that, you need to
You
go
think
sit
you-
back down at the kiddie
You gonna
table.
bring your fucking skank ass fucking weed to this? You don't have enough fucking money to buy that fucking skank ass weed you got, motherfucker. Think you
Oh,
outsmoke me?
God
Outsmoke
damn.
You ain't got enough weed to outsmoke me.
me? And fuck, I've got.
Damn.
Man, I ain't got no weed. I wish I
Trying
had
to get my
weed.
boots off here.
Where I live, I can't be
But
smoking
now,
weed.
if
But fuck,
you
I've got
want
fucking.
to join in on the Great Smokeout of 2025, we're gonna have some cards. We're gonna have some dominoes, maybe a Cards Against Humanity,
Oh.
and we're gonna sit
Yeah.
there and just have a smokeout. And
Oh,
the
Fat
Yeah.
420 saying that the only ones that can outsmoke him is Snoop and Willie.
Oh, you shit on it, too.
Let's bear in mind we just went
Uh-oh.
over that Willie stopped smoking, so he can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, about 3 years ago, I was out in California, and I bumped into Snoop Dogg, and we sat there smoking, and we started playing dominoes while we were smoking.
Uh-huh.
About 2 rounds
You're
into
throwing
dominoes,
bones.
it's like, hey, can we put the weed down for a minute?
Oh, I did not see this. Hey, Corey brought up a good topic. As soon as the computer decides to catch up.
Good.
So,
But
evidently, there was a federal judge in Illinois that stated that the Illinois ban on semi-automatic rifles and magazines is unconstitutional.
Oh.
Yep.
That is insane.
hell yeah.
Oh, my
First
cousin
they
ain't
tell
gonna be
me I
happy
got the
about
right to
that.
bear arms, and then they tell me I got too many arms. I mean, will they make up their fucking minds already?
How many arms do you have?
Over 9,000.
That's nobody.
Irene, that is a porno dream.
Oh, my bad. They're each pleasuring different parts of your body.
How many bare arms I have is nobody's business but my own.
Sure. You have that right to bear arms.
Exactly.
Okay.
They do gun shows right around where I live. I'm down at Camp Jordan where I actually walk. They host like these huge gun shows there.
Right, down in
one
Georgia,
of
right?
The
Mhm.
largest gun
I think it's
store
right
in the
over the
United
border, though. I think
States.
it's in Tennessee.
I literally walk out my door, get on the street, go 4 miles down, not even, and I am at the largest gun store in the United States.
Nice.
I won't step foot in there because all the people that work there are a bunch of douchebags and assholes, but it's there.
Oh,
I love how he automatically quantifies everything with their douchebags and assholes.
No, I
Well,
went in there
you gotta
one night.
categorize it,
I
you know?
went in there one night, and I wanted
Categories.
a scope with a red dot sight for my rifle. And I'm standing there, and I had money in my hand. I was ready to drop $600 on an accessory for a firearm.
Nice.
And instead, all 3 of the guys working behind the counter want to stand at the end and talk to some guy about his muzzle loader who ain't even buying anything.
Were you getting like a scope or a magazine? What were you getting?
Steve, muzzle
getting
loader is a
scope
type
with
of
the red dot
firearm.
sight.
They're not trying to load your muzzle.
So
What?
I went to another place down the street, got everything I needed, and said, cool, you guys got my business from here on out.
Well, there you go. All right, I got to pee, and I got to get a drink, and I got to get a slice of pizza. So,
Oh, shit.
Chris, what is going on the Asgard side of things while we've got plenty of people listening?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, because there's a really big controversy going on right now
Oh,
between
no.
an independent band that I wholeheartedly support. They're called Belushi Speedball.
Oh,
Okay.
And this band has worked their asses off to do obscure releases of their music. They've released their music on format for Sega, a little game cartridge you put in their Sega, and it plays Belushi Speedball music. They've had it in a slice of pizza. They've had it in the Teddy Ruxpin. They've formatted their music for so many different things. All of a sudden, last year, Green Day did it for one of their albums, 25th anniversary of Dookie or whatever the hell it was, 30th anniversary. Now the world is saying, oh, Green Day is innovators in releasing their music, and I am 100% behind Belushi Speedball, saying that they were ripped off by Green Day, and Green Day is now getting the credit for what they have been doing for many, many years.
Okay.
Yeah, the only reason Green Day would have gotten any type of credit for that is because they're on a bigger stage than Belushi Speedball.
Yeah,
But
you're on a
that-
bigger stage.
But that sucks for Belushi Speedball because they should still get the credit.
They should. And people are giving credit to Green Day because, they're on a bigger platform for something that this band has been doing for 10 years already.
Wow. A
So,
decade? Wow.
With that being said, Belushi Speedball released their music in a new format that was available on eBay, but unfortunately, the people at eBay said, you can't sell that here. They took a piece of dog shit and encased it in epoxy with a little Bluetooth thing coming out of the epoxy. So you're not touching the poop, you're touching the Bluetooth that had one of their songs on it. And they're calling it the Belushi Speedball poop something. I don't know. But eBay took it down saying that you can't sell poop here. Why not? Half the things other people sell on eBay is crap.
Right.
Yeah.
99% of them are like vibrators.
Yeah.
Renamed it something else.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So I walk away to go pee, get a slice of this wonderful meat lovers pizza,
Yeah.
and another drink, and you're talking about poop.
Well,
And
you have to
vibrators.
listen to the whole story.
I think it's cool though. I think that's a good idea though.
Yeah. So I'll tell it. I'll give you the shortened version. Belushi Speedball has released their music in more formats than any other band. They have a Sega game cartridge. You put it in your Sega, it'll play their music. They've put their music in a piece of pizza with epoxy surrounding it. They've done all this stuff. Green Day did something that they had already done, and now Green Day is being called innovators of releasing their music, saying it's the first band that's ever done this, and it's actually making waves. Belushi Speedball claiming that they were ripped off by Green Day, which they were.
Yeah.
So with all of that going on, they took a piece of dog poop, put some Bluetooth in it, and encased it in epoxy so they can be the first band to ever actually release a shit album.
So Chris, question for you. What do you think Belushi Speedball should do about this situation? Do you think they should sue Green Day?
I'm not sure what exactly they're doing. I know that it is causing a lot of it. They are making some waves about it in the underground metal scene.
Okay.
Which like I said, I fully support Belushi Speedball in however they want to handle it, because I wouldn't want someone to rip me off. I don't like seeing these bands get ripped off. And yeah, that's all there is
Sounds
to
to me
it.
like a shit situation that was created by a whole lot of dookie that makes me want to have the runs away.
What was that?
I was waiting for TJ's joke.
The album about Yuki? Was that Blink-182?
That was Green Day,
Green Day.
released 30 years ago.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that was the Green Day album, right?
And you know what? Billy Joel Armstrong still ain't come around.
But
Wait a minute.
He's a basket case.
That was not 30 years ago.
1994.
It was not.
Look it up.
Yep.
No, there's no way, because
Yep.
I am not that old.
That album came out about the time I had my first seizure when I was 14.
That's what I first said, TJ. There's no way I'm that fucking old, but it's true.
Yep.
There's no way I'm that old.
Well, you're 45, are you?
In April.
Your driver's license.
That was my first thought too. There's no way I'm that fucking old. Well, you know, that's that's one thing I really hate about labels and the music industry is they're always trying to steal someone else's idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
I mean, unless you're signed to a major label, you're pretty much out there. And you're waiting for it to happen.
There's a lot of the independent bands that I think are way better than label bands, and some of them actually do better on their own
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have the label constricting them.
Yeah.
And Belushi Speedball is one of the bands that have been offered numerous contracts by bigger labels, and they keep saying no because you're not going to tell them what to do. What they're doing is working for them. Once a label comes in and starts trying to change all that and all that shit, yeah, they don't want that.
That message was from Big Mike, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's my kid. It's my little boy. He's needy sometimes, but that's okay. I love him.
Now I got it.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
No, I was trying to figure out what Irene was reminding me of the whole show. I've been sitting here watching her, and I'm like, what is she reminding me of? I got it.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I've got it.
What is it?
He reminds me of Jesse Spano, Saved by the Bell.
GT and W. Oh, got it. It's mine.
And she's got better cleavage than Jesse.
No.
Belushi
He
Speedball
looks like more
actually
like,
is a
he looks
tribute
more
to
like
John
Kelly
Belushi.
Kapowski.
And
Okay, you
they
guys were
are-
you guys were overlapping each other. So, Steve, what were you saying?
She looks like Kelly Kapowski.
You're thinking Kelly Kapowski?
Yeah.
from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
To answer Darza real quick, yes, they do honor John Belushi, and they got specific permission from Jim Belushi to use that name.
Adam,
Yeah.
is Irene? Irene, sit back up and show us like the whole. Yeah.
Hold on, let me
So
take
is
another screenshot.
Irene with the makeup and the hair, and obviously the boobs, is Irene reminding you of anything?
Reminding me of anything? She
Yeah, from the
reminds me I
90s.
need. Oh, I was about to say
Go to bed.
she reminds me that I need to go take my wife to bed. But
Exactly. Reminds me how fucking lonely I am.
And Steve, you need to take your girlfriend to bed, right? Oh, wait a minute.
She's right
I'm
here.
sorry.
She's taking it out.
She's getting warmed up.
I like your panties. You should get her more panties though. I bet she's gonna get like a yeast infection.
Yeah,
And
you
one
gotta
of
get
days,
that pillow girlfriend some new panties, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to change those every couple of days,
Yeah, I do.
or she'll get a yeast infection.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
But no, I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm like, God, Irene is reminding me so much of the '90s,
Oh yeah.
like my early adulthood '90s,
Yeah.
when I was not a hooah.
I don't think Jesse Spano though, because she doesn't have curly hair.
No. The way it's tied back with the bow, that's kind of like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
and that's where I was at. I'm like, the tie back is very Jesse Spano, and then the lighter eyeshadows with the greens in there, and I'm like, and I will admit that I would have banged Jesse.
Who wouldn't?
She's so excited.
Right, exactly. I mean, I would have like,
if I walked in that bedroom, I would have been trying to
I
wake
would
her
have
up.
made Jesse Spano go AC who.
AC/DC.
Right.
But you know what? The one that really got me was she was only on there for one season. I can't remember her name, but she played the biker chick.
Tori.
I'd say, but yeah, Tori. I was saying, but that was the one. Now I'm like,
Zach
Yeah.
Morris is a
I
douchebag.
can tear her up. I can tear her up.
There
that's
actually
the
is a
one.
Saved by the Bell podcast called Zach Morris is a douchebag.
That's all I'm
Really?
talking.
Yep.
I'm telling you, like Tori, that's the one that I would be like, don't call me for a month. Don't call me.
Remember when Screech got in trouble for trying to stab some guy?
Like in real life?
Yeah.
So you're talking Dustin Diamond when he got in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, though,
Got
isn't
into a
he? Didn't
bar
he die
fight,
of
and I
like
think he
AIDS?
tried to stab someone.
Because he was like in the porn industry.
Huh?
Hey, you know what? Darcer's got a
He was
good
in
point.
the porn industry. I think he contracted AIDS and died.
Dustin Diamond?
Yeah.
I
No.
think so.
He had a heart attack.
Oh, it
So
was a heart attack.
Darcer says that Irene
That's good.
has more of a Grease Pink Lady vibe than a Saved by the Bell vibe.
Oh.
And what was the name of the one that was supposed to be pregnant and then found out that she wasn't?
Rizzo.
Rizzo. Yeah, you definitely got that Rizzo vibe.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Dude,
You have a car. Da, 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 da.
Let's
I haven't watched that
move.
movie
Let's
forever.
move. Let's rock and roll.
Dude, now if you're gonna go back to Grease, like Rizzo would have been the one that I would have tried to like shoot her head off through the damn movie screen, you know?
Mhm.
I've been on a classic. I've been on a classic literature movie kick lately.
Yeah.
Nice.
I went through all the Mark Twain movies, and then we did Three Musketeers, The Man
Aw.
in the Iron Mask, and I think Robin Hood might be next.
Who were the Three Musketeers, by the way?
Porthos, Porthos, and Aramis.
Nobody
My
can-
mom, your
There
mom,
was
and his
three.
mom.
Huh?
There was not three, there was four. Athos,
D'Artagnan.
Porthos, Aramis, and D'Artagnan.
But remember at the beginning, D'Artagnan was going to join up with the Musketeers.
I'm well aware.
So he wasn't a Musketeer yet.
But he became one.
And then
Well, okay, fine. And who was the original pilot of Airwolf?
Do you know
What
the
was the
answer?
name of the original pilot of Airwolf?
you know, to this day, I still try to forget that ever existed.
Why? That was a great show.
The jacket.
I used to like to watch Xenon. Not Xenon.
Um,
Xena the Princess Warrior. Sorry.
Oh God, I would have banged Xena too. I would have
Yeah,
let
Lucy
Xena
Wallace,
break me in
yeah.
half.
13th Warrior. I'll have to check it out.
I don't know who the Facebook user is, but saying Sean something. No,
that is Roy from Wisconsin.
Roy is
What's up,
wrong.
Roy?
The original pilot for Airwolf was the inventor Charles Henry Moffat.
Moffat, like Moffat Cancer.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh.
He was a cancer too.
Roy, you
And
still in Rockford?
And the only other one who ever flew Airwolf was the other test pilot, Stringfellow Hawk. And it was Hawk that stole Airwolf back and then followed the series through.
Chris, Roy is not in Rockford anymore.
Oh. Okay.
Who, what now?
And I just seen Roy was having a good time in Rockford this last week.
Oh,
He should have taken Steve.
Mhm. Steve could have taught him how to
I mean-
steal everything.
I don't know how you can put the words Rockford and good time in the same sentence, but Roy somehow did it.
I want Roy to take Steve to a swinger party.
oh.
Don't forget that upside down pineapple.
I think I'm going to. I think
Hey.
I'm going to go to the naked camp with Jen and Big D this summer.
You
You're gonna go to
swingers need
naked
get the
camp?
fuck
Really?
off my pineapple.
I
Wait,
think I'm gonna-
hang on. So you're going to go to naked camp?
I want
Is
to
he
get
gonna
naked
be
camp.
the
I'm
this
going.
summer?
Woo! Time to start on my sit-ups.
Looks like Roy went to the Hard Rock Casino while he was there.
Oh.
Yep, I'd seen that.
I am drinking blackjack and cola right now.
What?
Did you stop by Rick Nielsen's while you were there? Rick Nielsen lives from Cheap
Oh.
Trick, lives in
Oh,
Rockford,
yeah, good.
and has a little rock and roll museum there.
Oh.
Mike's like Hard Rock Casino where in Biloxi, Mississippi.
There's one in Tampa. My
Oh,
friend used
cool.
to
You
work
did go
there.
see Rick. That's
But no,
awesome.
I really, going back to point, I really want to send Steve to naked camp.
I want to send Steve to outer space.
Why would you want to
Naked-
send Steve
I
to outer
guarantee
space?
you, if
So
you
I
send
never have to
Steve-
see
I don't
nothing.
like-
Or he could wish on all the stars.
I don't like heights.
I guarantee you, if you send Steve to Naked Camp is going to send him back with a full refund plus extra to
No.
keep him away from camp.
And some extra
Oh,
clothes.
no.
He'd be
How
like, yeah.
dare
Probably
you?
the new outfits, telling him please put it all on at the same time.
How dare you insult Steve like that?
Oh, yeah.
Chris, to answer your question, Roy said yes, he did, and he'll send you a pic.
Right
Oh.
on, dude. Rick is the coolest fucking guy.
I would like to have a naked camp and invite Irene.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wait a minute, Steve, you're excited for that thought?
Oh, yeah. Imagine it right now.
I said I was going to invite Irene.
I know.
oh yeah.
I never said anybody else.
I'm done. Why? Who
That
the
is
hell?
true.
Yeah. Who the hell's
Yeah,
talking
Roy, I
this?
had seen those pictures. That's how I knew you went.
I don't even have to put my hand down there. I'm that good.
You're that good that you don't have to use your hand.
Exactly. I could just imagine it in my brain. It's like, oh, that went.
Oh, you mean he jizzes in his pants like that guy on?
Irene, I apologize for this.
It's okay.
And that you are having to deal with the thought of Steve jizzing in his pants over the thought of you naked.
You know, worse has happened.
Could be worse.
Sorry,
Yes,
I was just
exactly. It could
reminded.
get worse.
I need to do a quick shout out and piss TJ off
Oh,
at
no.
the same
Oh, shit.
time. So happy belated birthday to the United States Marine Corps.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, Marine. Sorry, my dad was a Marine for
Oh, but
a little while.
And the Marine Corps birthday is the 12th, the same as my grandpa. So fuck off.
It was nice.
Mm.
It's the night.
Yes, it is. Veterans Day is the 11th. The Marine Corps birthday is the 12th. Look it
Oh.
up.
Marine Corps birthday.
huh.
It's today, November 10th. I thought it was yesterday.
Not according to what I've been told by multiple Marines.
Well, this is the VFW website saying it's today.
That's the VFW.
No, whoever said that, it's
Roy said that.
Roy, everybody on Facebook tonight is coming up, Facebook user.
Yeah, it's got to be a StreamYard thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been saying who's been saying what on Facebook.
Roy,
Right.
I don't know about TJ. Personally, I have never deleted or blocked anyone from social media.
I'm not blocking anybody. This is everybody's coming up Facebook user on
Right.
Facebook.
Right.
So
I have had-
evidently it is not just different other shows, it's us too.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
there are people out there that I have wanted to delete and block, but I don't do that. So I just annoy them and piss them off until they block and delete me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, if I block you or delete you, you have to have earned it.
Well, the way things are going right now, I'm going to say my girlfriend is pissing me off, and I'm going to fly Irene down here. YouTube, Roy.
Yep. You can check us out on YouTube.
or Twitch.
YouTube and Twitch. If
But
TJ
yeah,
still
I'm
has the
about ready to
picture on
say
him.
the hell with it, and I'm going to fly Irene down here. Give her a break from the kids and the hubby.
Woohoo! I'll bring the Kit Kats.
I was going to say, I think
You're gonna bring the
husband
Kit
might have
Kats?
something to say about
Yeah,
that.
Ooh.
Kit Kats. To have a proper break.
I love Kit Kats.
Give me a break.
I
Give me
work
a
with
break.
him.
Not my favorite.
Now I'm talking about the candy bar.
Oh, I'm talking about that asshole that's always on break.
Not my
I might
favorite.
fly Irene down here to visit. You're wearing Georgia, Irene. Now I want to know.
I live right outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
You're right
Okay.
outside of
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
Mhm.
Up there by Lookout Mountain.
Yep. That is, I could see that like when I drive up the road some.
Oh,
Hang on.
cool.
I drove right past your house a couple weeks ago. You didn't get the
And I'd
picture I
shoot
sent
his
you?
ass for it too, by the way.
You didn't get the picture I sent you of your front door?
Oh no, I must not have got it. Sorry. I must
Oh.
have you blocked and banned. I'm just
Oh.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, there you go.
Just kidding. I don't
I
do
shit
that
my
here.
pants one
Not
time in
Why?
Tennessee.
Leaving from
That's right. You and what's her face stole a bunch of stuff in Pigeon Forge, right?
No comment.
Here we go, Chattanooga.
I ain't telling anyone what exactly I was doing in Pigeon Forge.
Mm.
Pigeon Forge is cool.
I like
I
going there.
love Pigeon Forge.
I like going to
Alright,
the
I
island.
I just shared the YouTube link in the Facebook.
It'd be amazing how
live stream,
easy it is to shoplift in Pigeon Forge.
just in case people want to join us there, so they can be recognized for what they say.
I got friends and family that invite me to Pigeon Forge every year to go
Right.
party at a big cabin with them.
Uh-huh.
One of these days, I'm going to go.
I love doing that, like getting a big cabin and like
Ooh.
splitting the cost, like of an Airbnb or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could
With-
fly Irene down here for under $300.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Really am a cheap.
I can
date.
get Renee here on the Greyhound for $69.
No, it's round trip too.
Oh, that's
So like I
even
could
better.
fly you down here for a weekend and fly you back.
But TJ,
Oh.
why would you want to send Irene back? Wouldn't you want to keep her with you? I mean, come on.
Well, I got to move her kids down here if that's the case.
Exactly.
Hubby can keep the kids.
I give him full custodies.
I mean, I'm seriously,
We're
I'm
trying to
seriously
have
looking
fun.
here.
We ain't trying to be responsible.
I'm seriously looking here, and it's like $260 round trip
That's not
from
bad.
Chattanooga to Austin and back.
Yeah,
Over a
we
weekend.
do have that little airport over off 11. I
That's
think
it.
it's like
I'm sending
Alexander
TJ a
something.
Craigslist hooker.
Or Lee
No, you
Highway.
won't.
Lee Highway.
So you gonna keep her for like a month? Is that the deal?
I could do
Yeah.
that if her husband would be okay with it. I would do that.
I'm sending TJ a Craigslist hooker. I have money, I have PayPal, and I have his address.
Darza, no, you don't. And Darza says, "Lord, you people try to get her in trouble. She don't need that. She can get in trouble all on her own."
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't
TJ,
have.
we-
I have your address.
We know. I've known Irene for like 3 years. Irene is the word trouble from the word go. Believe me.
Really, you're gonna insult Irene like that?
Irene has been a show killer. She has
Listen,
She is
broken up
not.
shows.
Irene has never been a problem for me. Okay.
Irene has never killed one of my shows.
Not on purpose.
I think it was one of my shows she tried to kill.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, stop cooking things to make people sick in their intestinal tract.
That's the one where you got drunk and you passed out.
Oh, possibly. Yeah. I remember that because I think I was with Goose, and I was like, that pillow was so comfortable, and I just.
I would fly Irene down and look. Okay, I need another drink to actually say this.
Oh, well, here you go.
But-
Okay.
The fact is there would be no sexual connotation bringing Irene down here. It would be literally for her to come down here and visit and
Right,
hang out.
Yeah,
relax.
exactly.
You can
I
text
see.
too.
Came out of it.
I see.
Okay,
Now-
I can't
now
see
what
it same,
happened
but I got
after-
permission from Julie.
Now, what happens after Renee drinks? Why do I keep doing that?
Because
Get my
What
message.
happens
Irene.
after Irene drinks too much and passes out at TJ's place is a totally different story for a Diddy party that we're not going to talk about.
Oh,
No, we are not bringing up Diddy parties. I saw the Medicaid van showing up with the fucking baby oil and Steve getting off. That was Steve.
I
Steve
found out
is the Diddy party guy.
his head bodyguard said that not all of that baby oil was baby oil.
oh no.
That baby oil was laced with GHB.
There's only one person that I know that would show up at a Diddy party with baby oil. I'm not going to mention any names.
Stain.
I'm not going to say a damn word about who it might be. But there's only one person that I know that would be proud to show up with drug-laced baby oil for a Diddy party.
Hasn't he drugged someone before?
But I'm not going to mention any names.
Because we don't do that.
No.
Yeah, we don't single people out.
Hey, if you ain't paying attention to your drink, that's your own damn fault.
Really?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, people.
Now, not to mention any names. Not to mention any names. But if you have ever been in Chicago and feel that you might be the victim of date rape by a date rape drug,
Ooh.
I might know who the culprit is, but I'm not going to mention any names.
I plead the fifth of Jack.
I am not going to mention any names at all.
I plead the
No,
fifth.
ladies and gentlemen, I have never personally ever Bill Cosby'd somebody.
I'm not going to mention any names.
I've actually requested that people do it to me, but they never do.
So you can know what
I
it
am
feels
not-
like.
Like, I worked at a bar for over 2 years, and I would leave my drink on the bar, be like, all right, I got to go piss. If anyone wants to slip a roofie in there, feel free. No one ever did.
I'm not going to mention any names. None. There is one person on the show who would never, ever try to exploit anyone sexually
Oh.
or ever get them fully turned on.
Oh.
But I'm not going to mention any names.
They're an angel, but
Hmm.
so is Lucifer.
Yeah, and that angel's halo is held up by a set of horns.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names.
All right, let's hear it.
There's one person on this show
Adam, you're in your garage.
that
Yes, I
lives in
am.
sin. However, acts holier than now. But I'm not going to mention any names.
So much.
I
sin.
have
All the
no
sin.
idea who you're talking about.
None at all.
Yeah, none.
Hush you.
I've never seen Adam act holier than no.
Dude, Adam has told me his sexual exploits.
Hmm.
So, thank you for reminding me, because I've had this thought in my head for a long time and have wanted to bring it up, but I keep forgetting.
Chris, the answer is no. I will not.
My answer is yes.
What I'm wondering
Absolutely, I will.
is how come I keep seeing the Missionary Baptist Church, but I never see the Doggy Style Baptist Church?
All right.
Fair
So
question.
I am going to Chris. I've got
One's
to
very up front, and the other one you can only enter through the back door.
Okay.
Chris, I'm gonna do this right now, okay? I am going to remove everyone from the screen that will have sex with you, okay? Everyone from the screen I am going to remove that will have sex with Chris.
Oh my.
All right.
Well, nobody loves me like me.
At least
Okay,
you know
Chris.
yourself best.
And
Yep.
and
Nobody
there's
can
three of
love you like yourself.
And there's three of you right there in front of me that I'm hoping and praying would not want to have sex with me.
Steve?
He's just doing coke. Don't mind him.
I mean, would you be okay with Steve having sex with you?
No.
Adam?
I don't think I'd be okay with any of you.
Like Ewok?
Ooh.
I mean, I won't deny it. I would be okay with Irene having sex with me, but with one exception, the fact that she's still married.
Well, that and I'm afraid Irene would whip out a dick bigger than mine. Granted, it would be artificial,
Huh.
but it would be bigger than mine, and she'd look at me and say, "You know where this is going, right?" No.
Irene, if you were to visit anybody on this show and decide to give them intercourse, would there be an artificial penis involved in that?
Most likely.
I've got one.
I'll just have one around at all times, just in case.
Corey
Just
says
in case.
someone roofie someone who was a show co-host. Not that I'm aware of, but if you find an article or a story, please tell.
I don't know of anybody on any of my shows roofing someone that was a show co-host.
I did
And-
roofie fucking Bubba. He just couldn't fucking take the shit out smoking. Couldn't take the shit out smoking. He's a fucking lightweight, motherfucker.
What does his butthole say about that?
We was doing dabs. He's like, oh, man, I'm getting hot. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna die.
I
Down
just
the
told
floor?
you. I just told you exactly what his butthole would say about that. Or
would
if it
it?
had already happened, it would just say,
Hey, you know what it sounds like when Steve rips a really heavy fart, right? Steve rips a really heavy fart and it goes,
and then he says, "Who lost the watch?"
I'm sorry, Steve. I had to.
Couch.
It was too open of a chance. I had to.
So was the hole.
Put it there.
Everywhere. Everyone.
Okay.
So one of the things that I have noticed since the election, right? I was looking at everything, and one of the things I've noticed is there is an extreme flip out right now over LGBTQ rights.
Oh yeah.
It's insane.
Why?
Please, not tonight. Please,
Okay.
not tonight.
Why
Gas
not?
is going down though.
Because he can't.
Because it has been a
Source of conversation.
source of controversy within my house for the last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days.
Oh shit.
And we're not doing it.
Okay, so since that gives me a good reason to make it a source of conversation because it's been a confrontation in your house. I mean, I love your wife, and I know she'll agree with me. And I know your daughter will agree with me. So you're fucked.
Put the zipper on and then sewing it together.
Here's the thing.
Doing the smart thing.
Here is the thing, okay? And I've said this before, and Steve, I think, Steve, you'll back this up. You've heard me say this. And I know, Adam, you'll back this up. And Irene, you know exactly where I stand with all this. But the fact of the matter is, I don't give a damn. if you want to be gay and catch one in the mouth and up the butt at the same time, hey, good for you.
But
If you want to be gay on the female side and lick one while getting a strap on up the butt, good for you.
But you don't need to throw it out there for the whole world to know. That's all I'm saying.
But there is all right, so this is where the big contention point comes into play. And that is the transgender community.
Yeah. And you can walk away.
Okay, there comes a point where the transgender community can no longer identify as what they were born. And they have to be able to identify as the way they're going. And whether anybody wants to believe it or not, or anybody wants to argue with me about it or not, I don't care. I've seen the studies. I have dug into this to understand it.
I have a question.
Sure.
Because I want to know better. Okay.
Okay.
When it comes to identity and people wanting to be certain identities, why can't they choose one instead of saying, well, I'm not one?
Because
or I'm both.
Because the whole thing at this point has been politicized. The whole thing at this point has been so politicized and degraded and attacked that we're getting away from the science and getting into a political issue.
Yeah,
and let's face it, anytime politics gets involved in something scientific, it turns into crap.
Because the reason I ask is because I obviously I'm a guy. I identify as a guy. So I don't understand how someone can say, well, I'm both or I'm neither. Scientifically, even if you identify, like, let's hypothetically speaking, a biological female identifies as a male. Okay. Or vice versa. Biological male identifies female. Okay. But how can a biological female claim to be neither? Or
Irene?
both?
One time I met a doctor who was like checking my daughter, like at the baby checkups, you know, and every time I would go into the pediatrician, he would look in her diaper and say, "Yup, still a girl." And so one time I was like, "Why do you say that?
Sounds
Like,
weird.
Why did you say that?" And then he goes, "Because when I was in residency, like at the hospital, a girl had come in and she was like 16 or whatever, and she hadn't got her period yet, and so they were trying to figure out what was going on. And it turned out that she actually was a male, but her stuff never dropped, and so they kind of had to make like a decision. She stayed as a female, but she was never able to have kids.
Yeah,
I don't.
Okay.
They can get pretty messy on that.
I saw that on an episode of House.
Yeah, that's what I saw that on. Yeah,
I saw it on an episode of House where she was immune to the testosterone, so she stayed a girl.
Yeah,
but she had cancer of the left testicle that never dropped.
That's odd.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I love that.
That's crazy. I look at it this way. I look at everybody, but everybody has their own, I don't know how I come attitude, whatever, but deep down, you know what? Take all the skin, all the fat away, the skeletons. We can't tell one from another. You know, all skeletons are just skeletal bodies. You know, I don't. You know, if you're whatever makes you happy. You know, that's why I say
And
It don't bother me. It don't bother me one bit, you know.
Steve is, and Chris is over here rolling like I am ready to argue.
No,
Oh.
I'm not. I'm just wondering, like, how do you make it to 16 without someone realizing, hey,
Oh yeah, that's what was crazy. Yeah.
how did your wiener not pop out?
Because it was
Because it was an
never-
overgrown clitoris.
yeah, it never descended like during development.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's like a
But
certain
that's
time
kinda-
period during gestational.
But
That
that's what
where,
I'm
like-
getting at. These are scientific facts.
No, actually,
It-
I'm not ready to argue with anyone. I've already said all of my piece on the whole subject. You have the right to be whoever you want to be, but I don't give a fuck, so you don't need to throw it at me.
The thing is there are people that are out there, and where I'm getting at with this, there are people that are out there. If they do the PET scans, they do the brain scans, they study the person, and the scans come back, and they're like, no, this person's identifying female, even though they're trying to be male. That's someone that's a transgender person.
Yeah.
Never should have been raised male in the first place.
Right.
And same vice versa. You have women that are out there that are identifying male, and they want to like stick it in Steve's butt.
Yeah.
And really, that's just a guy thing. They're like, well, Steve's got a butt and it's not been penetrated. I want to stick it in there.
Oh, but it has one time with a finger.
What?
I was gonna say, first off, TJ, how would you know about Steve's butt? and I'm gonna bet.
I obviously don't.
Just by looking at Steve, that at least the finger's been up there.
He just said a finger's been up there. I did not know that. When did a finger go in your butt?
Oh, I was
When
getting
he
a
put
blowy.
it there.
I was getting a blowy. And she said, just relax, just relax. And she's just, giving me a blowy and stuck the finger in my, that's the finger. No, not the whole, just one finger. I think, might have been two. Just tickled my prostate. It was good.
Corey says his gender is fluid. He identifies as both depending on which bathroom is open.
Exactly.
It's a single stall bathroom. I don't care if there's someone in the men's room and they're taking too long and I'm at the gas station and I gotta pee. I will use the women's bathroom. A toilet's a toilet. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
right,
now
so-
if it's one of them truck stop bathrooms or mall bathrooms where you got 20 urinals and 10 toilets, nope, men use the men's room.
So here's something else that I'm going to get into, and it's the bathroom discussion.
And if you're confused, a lot of places now have the family bathroom.
Yeah?
Yeah. I use the family bathroom because it's bigger usually.
Remind me to never follow you into the bathroom.
They got bigger stalls in the family bathroom.
They do.
That's
Like,
the problem.
Stretch out your legs and take a shit in there.
The family bathroom is
sometimes
always
it's just
cleaner
like
too.
a big bathroom, and sometimes they even have a little toilet like in the family bathroom for like your little one to sit or like something to strap them into.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Wait a minute. You got toilets with seat belts?
Well, no, they don't have like seat.
Oh, yeah, they have a seat. Usually it
Yeah,
unfolds
probably.
from the wall and it has straps to hold your child in place while you go to the bathroom so that you know where your child is.
So no, they put those straps on there so when you turn around to reach for a diaper out of the bag, he don't roll over and fall off.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Every time I see one of them baby changing stations, I open it up and write place human sacrifice here.
You're talking about that. No, you're not supposed to leave them on the changing table because that's a hazard. It's actually like a seat that folds
Yeah,
out
it's
one.
actually
And
a
then
folding
that's
out seat
upright.
from the wall, not a table that comes down.
But
This isn't
I
a
like
diaper
where you're going
daddy or
with the
whatever it's called.
sacrifice thing.
Okay. I would like to send this to Soshi Milkos or Wings, etc.,
With a toilet with handles
or
so that you
or-
can brace
or any of
yourself
the
while you're going.
restaurants, any of the restaurants that host the Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster meet and greets, I encourage any of you to develop in the handicap stall of the men's bathroom a 5-point seat belt on the toilet.
Already been done.
Yeah.
So, Chris, will you stop flashing your pussy on the
No
show?
shit.
Damn, that guy's got a big old hole.
Trying to get
Oh,
you some
God.
viewers, man. I mean, I'm sorry, I got a real hairy pussy, but
I got one too. I'm ready to get down.
No
little.
shave November. What? You took it
No shave
literally.
November. God damn. Here comes the dental floss.
no. Top Fuel Saloon in Braidwood, Illinois, actually has a 5-point harness on their men's seat.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah.
I don't no, and Corey's sitting here right now. He's like, he says, don't push it on kids. I don't want it pushed on kids. I want kids to figure out who they are on their own.
Exactly.
All right.
You go
They
through
don't
life and you
need,
figure it out.
you do not need the public education system saying this is who you are. No, let the kids figure it out on their own. But after someone is 18, do not inhibit what it takes for them to be who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and personally, I am 100% in agreement. I don't think this gender studies needs to be taught in school. School is for reading, writing, arithmetic, history,
Fisting.
maybe PE, if you're motivated.
Don't forget home ec.
Shop class.
Yeah,
Look, I have the perfect home ec teacher. I have the perfect home ec teacher for certain schools. The absolute perfect home ec teacher. I won't say his name, but I know who could teach that class.
Insane.
Oh yeah.
yes, in science.
I'm a 4-tire Michelin chef.
Look at those giant bananas he's got back there. I wonder where he puts them.
I mean, you might learn how to get dysentery, but I know someone who can teach you.
Okay.
I've never-
Steve, I have a fun
Never-
fact. Actually, the Michelin company is the one who came up with the Michelin
Yeah,
stars.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Well,
tire
now-
company, yeah.
You also got to remember that home ec was a little bit more than cooking.
Yeah, they taught us how to give blowjobs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we didn't
Really?
get that in our
too.
home ec class, thankfully, but we were taught for home ec, it was cooking, sewing,
Sewing,
and
Money.
childcare, wasn't it?
no, we had a different finances class for money.
We had consumer consumer
Yeah,
economics.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I failed that. No wonder. I
We
fucking
did cooking. We did
Terrible
designing
with my money.
dresses.
You know, now that I think about it, I did get a blowjob in home ec.
Setting the
Oh,
table properly.
I
the
would
kitchen.
love to get a blowjob from my home ec teacher, man. Miss Thompson. Oh god damn it. I wanted to stay after class all the time.
Home ec. God, it was 3 things for home ec: food, kitchen stuff, clothing, sewing
Yeah.
stuff, and something else.
Yeah.
Blowjobs.
I was-
No, our course didn't offer that one. She must have went to a special school. It was probably Catholic.
They like to get on their knees a lot, so yeah, that makes sense.
Adam, please tell me who that is that just said that comment.
Kid, Big Mike just said, I was the only male in home ec.
Yeah.
The rest was all female. I was the oddball.
Oh yeah.
I liked it though.
I think I was.
Okay, first off, don't yell at me.
Yeah, right?
I had a really tough time trying to read that.
That's
I don't
why I
know.
went on ahead and
might-
read it myself.
I'm still thinking I might have to go ahead and pay for Irene to have a vacation.
That'd be nice.
Not her husband or her kids, just her.
Can we figure out a way for me and Julie to join you guys too?
Jump in the car and drive.
Want to marry it? Bonfire party.
Really? Wait a minute.
I got
current discussion. I'm going there. So the more the merrier?
Oh shit!
Hey,
in that case,
I
invite
have
me and the wife
permission
down
from
Have a
too.
drinking
Julie
party.
that if Irene wants to, we'll share.
So I've got to be left in the back of the coach by myself?
Well, at the time the question was posed, you were not involved.
Hey, now
It
you
can
know
be
I'm
how
noticing this. Like, you want to leave your kids? I'm going to offer to pay for Irene to fly over.
Yeah,
as
you're
if-
involved. You're buying the plane tickets. That's
Yeah,
how you're
and now I'm
involved.
stuck by myself. Might as well have Steve come down here.
Well,
It's okay, TJ. I'll come down too, and we'll go ride bikes together.
I'm not letting you ride one of my bikes. Are you high?
I got my own. Where the fuck have you been?
Will I
When I
make
get
it
it running
here?
again, I'll bring it down.
I'm actually thinking, like, after the first year, I was like, I might fly Irene down here if she wants to come visit.
oh,
So I said,
really?
I gotta go up to Wisconsin to get the one from Steve so we can raffle it off for the station or something.
They've got these fucking sweet trikes at fucking halls. I don't know what. I haven't stopped to look at them because they give me a hard on every time I go by there. They almost look like a fucking Sportster, but they're a trike. And they're not all the real plain. They fucking badass. Give me a
Big
fucking
Mike
hard
is
Is that still Fat 420 yelling at everybody?
no, that's Mike Winder. Big Mike.
Yeah, Big Mike says he's going to beat everyone to Texas and party. And
Do TJ.
dude, TJ has said fire pit and land to hang on MLA. Oh, what?
I don't know about that, Mike, because I keep
Dude!
saying I want to go on a road trip somewhere. My wife keeps saying, when are you fucking leaving already?
That comment that he typed makes less sense than Steve talking about little Susie.
It's like, Big Mike, let's slow down the typing. Make
Yeah,
sure
right?
you get your words right so that there's no misunderstanding.
Throw up tents around my place. Okay, now that makes sense.
Oh yeah. we're having, like, a
Corey
little,
says, hey, by the way, Chef Pooh RD, you know them 4 tires are retreads.
Yeah, I'll bring my tent. I got a 10-man tent that no one's allowed in but me.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
We have a time we haven't used either. I could just haul it away. I think that's
No, if Irene comes down here, she's got a place in my coach. With
Shotgun.
with AC and hot water and fresh cooked meals and
all the
Irene's got a place in
luxuries.
my coach. Yeah.
Oh, so
I
while
love-
we're camping, Irene's going to be glamping.
Yes.
No.
And that's the first time I got her name on right on the first try tonight.
Well, we can't have Irene looking like crap.
That'd be less than exciting.
He wouldn't let Irene down with us peasants.
Yeah.
You pedestrian people.
Oh, so British. I'm not even high. I'm just here.
And Steve's looking at me like, did you just say pedestrian? You motherfucker.
I love bonfires though. They're so exciting.
No, I would fly Irene down here and let her stay in the coach.
And that's one thing that sucks about getting old, because just a few short years ago, my campsite was a tarp on the ground next to the fire.
Right.
Mm.
Nowadays, I'm in the tent with a fan on the cot.
Right?
Getting old
Like
sucks.
Boy Scout camps.
TJ, check out Big Mike's suggestion.
I'm seeing that. He says, we'll put Steve on top of the coach, and he will be watching over everyone. He will be the lookout for everyone. Keep him out of trouble. No, trust me. That's not going to happen. Captain Micropeen will make an appearance and pee on people from the top of the coach.
Welcome to the bathroom.
I don't think I should. I really don't think I should be on top of the coach.
I don't think I really want or trust
I can't
Steve.
afford the fire department to get you
over me.
down.
I don't think I want or trust Steve watching over me.
You know what? That's
While I'm trying to sleep.
I do have a
Yeah.
2-bedroom.
Say it.
I do have a 2-bedroom tent that's got like a community room.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what mine
Steve could be in one, and Chris could be in the other room in that tent,
No,
and they could share a community room.
Chris don't share a tent. I have a. That's what my tent is. It's a 3-room tent. You can put up walls and make 3 rooms out of it. I don't share my tent. I went camping with my buddy, and I had my big 12-man tent set up, and he shows up. Good, you brought your own tent. Now set yourself up.
Irene Dars is saying, check your messages again.
Yeah, Irene, check your messages.
I got it. I checked it.
He said he doesn't want to sound like a broken record or anything, but
I didn't check the
check your
messages.
What if you heard an alien?
Check your messages.
No,
Check your
I'll set up that big
Check your
LL.
messages. Check your messages.
What I'll do is I'll set up that LL Bean spaceship tent.
Mm.
Chris will be in that room. Steve will be in that room. And then the middle bedroom and the community area will be like kitchen, bathroom.
You don't shit in the tent.
There is a cassette toilet that says, haha, yes, you can.
All I need is a 5-gallon bucket.
Are you talking about?
Are you going to
like,
leave the 5-gallon bucket and Chris is part of the tent?
Well, I can keep it on my console. I keep it on my side of the tent. No problem.
So what if Chris has got to poop in the middle of the night and it's in your side of the tent?
No, you set up a separate tent that has a bucket in it specifically for shitting if there is no outhouse.
When we lived in California and we went camping, we dug a hole and like set up like some wooden sticks and made like our own little outdoor toilet, and we had like a little shovel to put the dirt on top of it.
Right.
Until
So
it
you had a
did.
latrine. Yes, Adam.
Yeah.
Okay, I've actually got to sign off. My other show is getting ready to start.
Oh,
Holy crap, they're going to start on time?
He's gonna go visit some
as close to on time as possible. Yes, apparently. So, do you mind if I say what the show is, TJ?
Please go ahead.
Okay, come and join me on Weird Frequencies after TJ's podcast is done. It was really great to see you all, and I'll check you guys later.
So, obviously, weird frequencies.
do they believe in
going to-
Sasquatch?
They're probably talking about that bullshit Bigfoot.
We know he's
Oh.
real.
He's in Peoria. I heard.
Leave him the fuck alone. He's been hiding from you guys for this long. He obviously don't want nothing to do with
Exactly.
you.
He's
Leave
bullshit.
Bigfoot alone.
He does not exist. He's bullshit.
I believe.
Oh no, he
Bullshit.
exists.
He exists. There's just a lot of them scattered all over the United States.
But he just wants to be left the fuck alone.
Yeah.
What, buddy?
Okay. Let me go this route. Who believes that Irene has very nice boobs?
Oh, that's a stupid question.
Why does he always say stupid shit when my wife walks in?
I'll put a hand in that for you, Chris.
I'm going to give you an honest answer. I've never actually seen Renee's boobs, but Renee has nice cleavage. But it is not as nice as my wife's.
Now, we know that that is fact. I have never seen Bigfoot. That's bullshit. Oh, Adam says that Irene has awesome boobs.
Well, that's because Bigfoot don't want nothing to do with you. Bigfoot don't like people, and he prefers the name Sasquatch. Thank you.
Well, Sasquatch is bullshit too.
I call him
Can't help
Sassy
it,
for
has big
short.
feet.
And his cousin the Yeti's in the same boat. Leave us the fuck alone.
Hey, by the way, ghosts are bullshit too.
That,
Fully real. 100,000 million% real.
that's bullshit. Here we go. Hello.
No,
With
What?
his
ghosts
first
are real.
class.
We're not gonna go down that fucking round. I fucking
Well, you believe in ghosts?
Who, me?
yes, I do.
Steve, you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I just do. I mean, I just
What have you
Is there
seen
one?
that gives you evidence to believe in
You
ghosts?
got to remember not to be afraid of them.
I mean, I can't only other person that I can say that he'll have evidence is my brother. My brother was there. I swear to God, and you guys are fucking everybody say, oh no. It's just a figment of your imagination and trauma and all this shit. But after my fucking dad died, we had a neighbor dude. He was into that whole crystal stuff and all that shit. He was he was babysitting my brother because I wasn't supposed to be living at the house because I was living somewhere else. I come over. This dude was the lights off and it was fucking dark and the candles were burning, and then he starts playing with this fucking crystal, and they start and they start talking about my fucking dad and that bullshit. And honestly, my brother said the same thing because he said the same thing. He said something, and we looked down the hallway, and both me and my brother saw my dad walk from the bathroom to the bedroom. And my brother freaked out. And my brother freaked out because he was only like 14, and he started screaming and everything else. But my brother wasn't even. Oh yeah. I mean, it probably didn't help that this was only like maybe 3 or 4 days after my dad had committed suicide. So maybe it didn't happen. Maybe it was just we wanted to see it in our imaginations.
Did you have anything in the previous couple of days that had mushrooms in it?
No. And I was heavily doing drugs at that point in time in my life. I was, yeah. I was doing just about everything.
Irene and I are both cracking up. Like she caught that one right out of the gate and about fell over dying of laughter.
No.
Hey, I've lived in a house that was haunted before, and I'm pretty sure my buddy Doug does right now too.
Dude, I don't get it. I don't believe in it.
Well, everybody has their own beliefs. I mean, I'll be honest. I worked in a cemetery, but I would not go into a cemetery at dark. After dark.
I have slept in a cemetery after dark.
I used to
You
work.
celebrating Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I
We're
worked
going
I was kind of hoping.
I worked
Yes,
in one
Corey,
for 5 years.
there is a group of them in East Texas, but like the rest of them, they just want to be left alone.
Like I was crashed down on a bench in the cemetery, hoping that Sarah Michelle Gellar would jump on my jock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Steve understands. He's like, yeah.
I never seen nothing like that.
I accidentally had sex in a cemetery on Halloween.
What do you mean?
Accidentally.
How do you accidentally have sex?
Well,
You want to
we were
know?
cutting through the woods, and it was a section of the woods we really hadn't never cut through before. We were in Sageville, Iowa, and me and old girl, we stopped for a moment and started, getting a little handsy, and handsy led to no clothes. No clothes led to woohoo. Led to, by the way, what the hell am I laying on? She rolls over. I look down. She's laying on a headstone.
Oh.
It was an old ass cemetery from the 1800s in the middle of the woods.
Look, I'll say this right now. Like, all right, Irene is married. Let me get that straight out. Irene is married. I would never do this to interrupt or disturb her marriage.
Well,
I respect that. And Irene understands that, right?
Yep.
However, if she was not married, I would bang Irene in a cemetery.
Oh,
You would have to ask me twice.
I'm gonna write that in my diary tonight. Your diary. Cemetery. Yes. Right.
I'm so in love. TJ said he'd
Right.
bang me in a cemetery.
It's like broken hearts and daggers. I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't care. I'm like, what are you gonna do? You gonna like stick the Antichrist up my ass and force it out my balls?
Woodland Critter Christmas, yes. We get the sacrifice, we get the bonfire, we have the graveside, we have everything we need.
Well, it's almost disrespectful though, isn't it?
How so?
They're getting more action than they ever got in real life.
Because these are these people's home forever now.
Okay.
And now you're having sex on top of them.
If the
You know,
two
they
That
passed
actually
away.
thumping.
That actually brings up a good question.
Oh no.
So, Steve,
Oh,
let's say Irene was divorced.
Oh,
Of course, I'm single, and you
okay.
died.
I die?
And you died.
Oh,
Would
shit.
you be angry if Irene and I had sex on your grave?
Wow.
I'm sorry, it's a question.
Yeah.
You know,
You're in the afterlife. You're looking down. And you see me and Irene having sex on your grave.
now, what position are you in?
What
Is it like-
position are we in, Irene?
It's like baby doggy style, where maybe you're facing, I'm
What?
facing up, and you're
It's like-
facing down. Oh, I gotta look at your back. Well, that's okay. I didn't know if
What's
maybe
it
because I'd be
Bend
laying,
over the back of his tombstone or something.
yeah,
Like,
I'd be laying in a casket like this, and you'd be like on all fours, and you with your boobs flopping, and TJ nailing you in the back like that.
He's already got an image. That's what's disturbing about this.
and how decomposed are you at this point?
All right. We are both standing on your grave. Irene is bent over your headstone, and I'm getting her
Mhm.
from behind.
Oh,
When he pulls out, he just is right over your flowers
Yeah.
to water them.
I pull out, and I just squirt everything all over your head.
oh,
Like,
oh no!
it's all over your head.
And you wax on, wax off. You're just cleaning the
Now you're-
headstone.
Ain't nothing
now
in my
you-
house pull out but the couch.
You're doing.
So, there. Now you got a full image, Steve. Now what? Would you be angry?
No,
No.
no.
So why would you
No.
think the dead people would be angry if you're banging in a cemetery?
Well, but you're on just a random grave. You know, you already, like you said, you're having sex on some chick that was in the 1800s.
All right,
Oh.
Chris.
That
Let's
was
say you're
old.
dead.
Oh, you're dead. Chris is dead now.
Chris is dead now.
You have
and
sex on my grave, I'm coming back to haunt your stupid ass.
and Steve and a blow-up doll are having sex on your
Oh.
grave.
Well, right before he finishes his business, I'm gonna jump out of that grave and say boo, making him have a heart attack. Say fuck with me, huh?
Exactly. I'm gonna die.
He might join you in the grave at that point.
Mike believes in ghosts, and so does his wife. He says his mother and his wife's mother have showed up in spirit in all four places they have lived. One night the front door was locked and just opened on its own, and the mail moved from the kitchen counter, and you could see shadows walking down the hallway. And it's happened 3 or 4 times in the last 4 years.
Wow.
I still don't have anything there that makes me believe in ghosts.
I've
My
seen shadow
uncle, we lived in this old farmhouse in central Illinois that was built mid 1800s. And he swears one night we're sitting in the living room watching TV, and he went upstairs for something. And as he's coming down, all of a sudden he takes a tumble down the stairs, and he swears to this day that something pushed him down the stairs.
Yeah, it was herpes.
And he said there was a couple of different times. There was definitely a ghost in that house that did not like my uncle.
I've never had any of that. Look, I've got family members and friends that have died all around me most of my life, and I still have never had any of that.
Huh. Maybe you're just different.
I'll haunt you, TJ. I'll make a believer out of you.
I will shit on your head.
You can't. I'm a ghost. What are you going to do?
Then I'll have to worry about it because ghosts are bullshit.
You're gonna pop up and say boo, and he's gonna pop up and say poo.
Yeah, he probably will, right?
Now, this is probably we're probably
Yeah.
really going to disagree right here. I think UFOs are bullshit.
No,
UFOs are real. I've seen them many times.
I really think like extraterrestrials are out there, and it's just it's just a mathematical equation to me. There is no way in my mind that I can calculate that we are the only ones here.
Another one. We lived in a trailer park, and the guy across from us actually died sitting on his couch watching TV, and they didn't find him till the next day.
Oof.
Well, we actually knew the guy really well, and we had a spare key to his house.
Oh.
And we were sitting over there about a week or so after he died, just sitting there watching TV. And all of a sudden, like where he sat on the couch, the cushion like lowered a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just sitting there, hey, what's going on? How you doing tonight, man? Hope you're doing well.
Like
we swear, dude was sitting there watching TV with us.
Cheeto dust.
Why are we singing some Cheeto?
Oh wait,
Is that what you're saying?
I'm getting all into Christmas spirit now.
Oh.
Holly jolly Christmas.
Cheeto dust. I'm dreaming of a hot kisser.
Did you know that Silent Night was written because
the one that gave Steve's herpes? I don't remember the song actually.
Did you know that Silent Night was written because mice chewed through the bellows of the church's organ, and the organ player also happened to know how to play
hear
guitar.
about what happened to the guy who played the organ.
Well, he also happened to play guitar,
Not
and he
dysentery.
mentioned it to the preacher.
Yeah, but
and
I
they
feel
said
sorry for his organ.
I feel sorry for the organ.
that the mice chewed
Yeah.
through his airbags.
The mice chewed through his organ.
No,
That
they
means
chewed
he's never getting
they
it up
chewed
again.
through the bags on his organ,
Oh God! So they chewed through his nutsack. That's even worse.
through his airbags.
Steve's dreaming of a hot pisser,
Just
like the one that pissed
one.
on Christmas Eve.
Oh, God damn it! If you
What's
don't
that?
know
Explain that to me. I still haven't registered. I'm pretty sure that was
What,
supposed
the
to be
hot
joke,
pisser
right?
song? You've never
No,
figured
no,
that out?
But what Chris is saying about it was 2 airbags. Like that's what got punctured. The mice ate through the 2 airbags.
So now remember that this was
Like a blind
200 years ago.
Okay.
And the organ, you actually had to blow air through the bellows to make it go through the pipes for the organ to produce the noises.
Look, I am
Right.
not
Like
blowing
pills and
anyone
stuff?
or anything's organ. Let's get that straight right now.
The musical instrument, the organ, was originally a wind instrument.
I remember that part because like all the different like pipes and stuff, and then
Yes.
like you had to press the pedals, and,
And
it would.
they had, and when you hit a note, a bellow, an airbag would depress and blow wind through to make that note. The mice had chewed through the airbags, and thus they wrote Silent Night.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
it took me a second try to understand. Sorry.
And it was the first ever Christmas song written on a guitar, and it's the only Christmas song that has not been revised, reversion, rendition, made into a pop song.
Steve ripped one. Chrissy fell. There's a stain in the chair tonight. It came from the silent gas fright. Dying stinky peas. Dying stinky peas.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh my Lanta.
Silent farts, deadly farts, featuring Steve.
Hold up 2 fingers when you're done singing, and I can unmute my speaker.
No, just because you can't handle anybody in tune.
Like you're in tune.
I'm goofing off. I don't have to be in tune. So fuck off. I mean, one of my favorite Christmas movies to this day is Donovan's Reef.
I mean, personally, I'd rather listen to Fingernails Across the Chalkboard than TJ try to sing.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Okay.
I'm going to sing if I want to.
Well, normally you don't try to sing. And my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Oh,
Die Hard is great, but one of my favorites, not my favorite, is still
Okay.
Donovan's Reef.
Because Christmas
That is
ain't
funny.
it ain't Christmas till Hans Gruber falls off Nakatomi Towers.
And it's not Christmas until John Wayne yells, "Not the brandy, you dope!"
it's not Christmas until Uncle
Rise
Eddie
and
says,
shine, you burn daylight.
"So."
Now
That was at Christmas time, though. If you think about it, Steve, Donovan's Reef went through Christmas.
Now, if you're talking about a movie that's more about the holiday, I gotta say National Lampoon.
Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
there,
great. You
Clark,
watch that
is
all
an
year long.
RV.
That's an RV. It's an RV, Clark.
Sure, full.
I would love, if I could afford to do it and I could afford to pay for it, I would get Steve an RV and just turn him loose to go across country and spread
He's gonna be
Steve-ness.
That's why I say I'm trying to find an old GMC Vandura to make a barn burner.
I'm telling you, dude. When I lived in
Get all
fucking Dupont,
dusty on them.
when I
What
lived down
now?
there, when I lived down there in fucking Dupont, Michelle bought me a 74 Winnebago, little mini Winnie, big square
Mini
box.
Winnie?
It looks like a big square box, but it had
Yeah.
been gutted. All it had was the 2 seats in it. We put me and my buddy, we put a shitter in it, and we put fucking bunk beds in it, and put a couch in it. Then we turned around and sold the motherfucker.
You didn't try.
Did
So
never-
you didn't
never-
try to go all Breaking
We-
Bad with it, right?
No, we did fucking have we bought another money home. We went down
That-
to fucking
That
St. Francis.
RV from Breaking Bad, I actually had the same year, make, and model as that RV from Breaking Bad.
Nice.
Really?
Yep. Thing was 38 foot sitting in my backyard.
Oh, that was a big son of a bitch.
It was.
I don't know anybody who would ever want to turn that into a meth lab. Well, I might know somebody who would turn it into a meth lab. I'm not going to mention any names.
Yeah, we won't mention any. Don't anybody else.
Lab. Let me grow some weed in that bitch.
We use a 28-foot prowler.
We got an arrow garden. We can grow weed on the freaking kitchen counter.
Yeah, straight up. I would put a skylight all the way down the roof and fucking grow weed in that bitch.
Oh God.
Rough.
Really?
Why not?
And on that note, good Lord. Oh, look at that. Irene's doing the forbidden dance. That's it. I'm buying you a plane ticket.
I'm dancing with you, Irene.
There you go.
No one else is, but I am. Yeah, shake it.
Steve, your final thoughts tonight.
Damn. Irene's boobies look good.
Quit watching Irene dance and pay attention.
I thought you were going to get final thoughts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had fun. Night, guys. Had a fun night. Always fun to join you guys. Get stoned.
Fun to hear you mumble.
I am loving the fact that Steve does not mumble on this show.
I have a show in the morning called Wake and Bake.
There you go. Well, promote your show.
I have a show in the morning called Wake and Bake on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all of the same shit. 8 o'clock on Facebook. Live. It's going to be a good show. So I want to check us out.
And what network is that on?
That's on the Radio Morning Disaster Network.
And they can find that where?
Oh, morningdisaster.net.
There you go. Chris, your final thoughts tonight.
Oh shit, what's up, people? You know me, always support independent music, independent bands. So many great bands out there. If you want, you're more than welcome to support AsgardRadio.com.org. Because we try to help those independent bands stay on the road, and when they need us, we try to be there for them. And like I've said many times, so far, me and Jim literally do it on our own dollar. All the money in our nonprofit has been put there by me and Jim to support independent musicians. So, if there's anyone else out there that would like to help us out, feel free. AsgardRadio.org. It is a nonprofit. It is a tax write-off. AsgardRadio.com. Supporting independent musicians since 2010. I've had a blast hanging out with TJ tonight. Always keep the rubber to the road and watch out for motorcycles.
Amen to that. Irene, your final thoughts tonight.
Bonfire TJs bring all the ghosts, all the Jack Daniels, all the everything, all the condoms, all the blankets.
Did you see her off condoms?
That's what stuff she said.
She wants you to bring condoms.
Condoms. You gotta bring everything. You gotta be prepared. Prepare yourself.
I'll fly you down here and stay sober for a week just to have you down here.
That's me staying sober.
TJ's sober?
Granted, I might be in pain, but I would definitely fly Irene down here for a week just and stay sober for her to be here.
Yeah, his liver would definitely be hurting. Where's my fucking beer, asshole?
I don't think it'd be my liver as much as anything else.
Oh, I know what. Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, what else were you saying, Irene?
Hey, kitty cats. Meow.
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 And automatically, Milk Dud jumps up on the desk. What? What?
Milk Dud just sleep.
No, she's been sitting on my lap.
She's being a good girl. She's a
Everyone, this has been the Sunday night edition of Mayhem's Amigos. We have had a great time bringing you a show. I hope you've had a good time enjoying it and listening to it. Irene, Chronic Chris, the one and only shit-stained Steve, as is said by his poster. Adam is on his other show. Poor guy. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of our show tonight. We will see you again Thursday night, right here on the network. Thanks again, and good night.
good girl.